Dallas Tarot in the house. And I'm at a video reading today for Gemini. Hey, Tyler, why are you doing Gemini? I thought Taurus was next. Well, I had promised Gemini to do a bonus reading for them since I had messed up their other one. But I decided, I was like, oh, I got to make good on my promise. So let me just go ahead and go straight to Gemini. I will do Taurus after this. All right. So what's going on with Gemini in love with this person they're thinking about and or dealing with right now? Give me a card for their current energy, please, for that person, the Judgment. You still want to, okay, so you want a second chance with someone. What do they want with you? And I think they want to offer you something. I think they really, why are you the Judgment? There's somebody you're very impatient to have a repeat of with this. Like you want to repeat this with them. I think this is something you've been going back and this is somebody you've been going back and forth with, or somebody you've had residual issues with. And you're very impatient to keep this going with them. Either you want a second chance or you want this to repeat again, which tells me that you're not done with the person. What's the outcome? Some of you, there's distance between you two. That doesn't have to be, let's see, what does this person want? They're not sure if you're worth any more of their time, but I think they still want you. What is their feeling for Gemini? Why the Queen of Pentacles reverse? Some of this person's at a crossroads about you. They may feel like it's a waste of time for them to put their energy into this. Like they may feel like it just needs to be over between you two, but there's still a draw they have with you. And what is your feelings for them? Give me extra, let's see. You have emotion for them. You just don't tell them, or you used to have emotion for this person. There's somebody that you're wanting, you're either Gemini, either you want a second chance with somebody or you're wanting to repeat this with this person. You're not ready to let this go is what it keeps talking about. And it's like this person's at a crossroads. It's almost if your person feels like it needs to be over, but there's still a draw they have to you as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, okay. What is your feelings toward, or what's your actions toward them the rest of the month? I don't see you really moving your ass to get there. Like, I don't see you like rushing toward them. But there's this desire you have. You're like wanting I don't think you want to let this person go. You either, like I said, you either want a second chance with them, or you still want to repeat this situation. You're not ready to let it go, is what I'm getting. But I don't see you busting your ass or getting off your ass to go toward them like all sudden. You see what I'm saying? What is their actions toward you this month? They're still trying to get over you. Sherry, I just explained that before. They're still hurt over this. I think they're just, whoever you're dealing with, Gemini, they're just, okay. They're not totally not interested in you. I think they just feel like this is something that needs to end. I think they don't want to repeat it like you do. Tell me what are you talking about? I don't want to, yes you do. That's what, basically, this is your story. Yes, the fuck you do. Don't tell me that's not what I'm seeing. Judgment is telling me that this is your energy. Temperance reverse and Judgment upright. It's like you're very impatient to have, like I said, either a second chance with someone, or you're impatient for you two to repeat this again, which tells me it's been on and off between you. Don't tell me that's not what I'm seeing. Like I said, let's call a duck a duck. You get what I'm saying? But I think the person you're dealing with, they just feel like they don't know if they want to put energy into this again. They're very unsure about that. They're at a crossroads is what I'm picking up on. And I don't see them really rushing your way as well. I kind of feel like you're both just doing a lot of thinking about one another and not no action. That's what I'm getting. Shoot me if it's not your story. Okay. There may be eventually love being offered or emotions being offered. Some of you, there's a potential for you two to be in a relationship or to continue a relationship. Or look at this. Your outcome's the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. There may be emotions offered eventually between you two. Small storyline here. I got a small, tiny storyline here. If it's long distance, that will not be an issue. I feel like you two actually could be together. Long distance is not going to be no, it's actually possible. You two could be together. If you're one of those in a long distance with a Gemini or vice versa, you two actually could be. Don't let the distance stop you. That's not, you see what I'm saying? That's just an excuse. All right, I just want to put that out there for a small storyline. But for some of you, this actually could end up well, either getting back together or staying together are getting to a good point with one another. I kind of feel like that could happen. All right. Okay. For the one, something told me to do a love triangle portion. For the ones that are love triangle, how's this going to play out? There's going to be some communication about what? I feel like if it's a love triangle, there could be a happy... There's going to be a final decision. There's going... You know what I kind of predict? If you're a part of a love triangle, this is for the love triangle people. There actually could be a happy resolution between you two. Somebody may eventually choose you or vice versa, cross watcher. You know what I kind of predict? It may go bad at first, but then somebody eventually claims you or whatnot and chooses you instead of the other person or vice versa. It feels like it could go through a point where nobody gets chosen or you don't get chosen or vice versa, and then it come back around and all of a sudden they want you. But you have to ask yourself, do you want to be somebody's rebound? I think not. But actually that could happen. Somebody may be afraid to leave the other person, or they're afraid if they left them, they'd make a bad choice by choosing you or vice versa. Somebody may be afraid to choose in fear of making the wrong choice. Just putting that out there. But I feel like it actually could end up being, somebody could end up being chosen. Just saying. That's your story. Someone told me to do a love triangle portion. Now let's do this. Let's see 1 second. Okay, let's do singles portion. So for single Geminis out there, what's going on? What are you doing? It's just not starting yet. You're going to have to give it time. Some of you are going to end up dealing with a Sagittarius or an Earth sign in your near future. Let's see. Outcome. Or an Aries, full card. Some of you look out for an Aries, a Sagittarius, or an Earth sign. Why are you the Ace of Pentacles? Okay. Ooh, there's going to be an unexpected love you meet. For the ones dealing with somebody right now, give it time. It actually could grow. Like, sit the fuck down. Be patient, basically. All right? For the ones not dealing with not a motherfucking soul, hear me out here for a second. Pratibha, I'm not going to keep explaining that. It's next, all right? It's just nothing starting right now. You have the Ace of Pentacles. It's just a delay in new starts happening for you. It's coming. It's on the horizon for you. You just need to be patient. It's literally coming up for you. What I want to keep saying is, if you're dealing with somebody currently new, and you have a good feeling about this person, give it time. It actually could go somewhere. Just give it time. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your connection with this person be built in a day. Give it time. That's for a small portion. But for majority of you, it's just not happening right now. You got to give it time. Ace of Pentacles reverse always tells me a delay in something starting. So it's just delayed. That's all it is. Some of you may meet somebody unexpectedly. I'm kind of getting you'll meet somebody unexpectedly. Some of you are going to fall in love unexpectedly as well. I'm going to put that out there. What does tarot cards have for advice, please? What is the advice for singles? You got hookup only, baby, fertility. These are just additional messages. Some of you may end up actually screwing somebody or having a hookup in your near future, and you actually end up connecting with that person. So it may not just be physically based. It may actually lead to go from physical to actually lovey-dovey. Who gives a shit, right? But for some of you, this is probably a warning. I kind of feel like, not even a warning. I got a lot of messages here, Gemini. They're not all going to apply to you. I'm sorry. You know, I love to be able to tell specific stories, but if it's giving me multiple storyline, then multiple storyline will do. Some of you be careful of a hookup because there actually could be a pregnancy as a result. I'm going to put that out there. I'll have a storyline here, singles, that some of you could end up hooking up with somebody or getting very physical with somebody in the near future. And as a result, you two end up becoming very interested in one another. So it's not really a hookup thing. It actually could lead to more than just a hookup or physical based shit. All right. Or sexual based shit. That's additional messages. All right. Let's go to the all signs portion. Okay. All the way from Aries of Pisces, what can you tell me? All the way from Aries of Pisces, what can you tell me? Okay. Okay. Turn it around. We're doing an Aries. Overspending bill. Let's see. Some of this Aries has money issues, or there could be issues around their money. They may be very focused on money. Another storyline with the Aries is there actually could be an Aries that has sexuality things going on with sexual identity for a small portion. Give me another story for that. If you're doing it, there's an Aries that's stuck on you as well. Like they're stuck on you. What about the ones done with a Taurus? Some of you need to just wrap this up. Some of you have an ex that's a Taurus that needs to be let go of. You need to wrap that up. If it's just a past person, you may need to wrap that up. If you're sexually active with a Taurus, wrap it up. You know what I mean? You never know. Be safe, not sorry. Some of you, there's an issue with you, and I got a lot of stories that's not giving me specifics tonight. There could be a Taurus that's holding on to somebody from the past or vice versa. That's what's causing stagnancy between you two or vice versa. What about Gemini? There's a Gemini that catches feelings for you. I think they're worried it's not going to work with you, but they want it to. They got a lot of feelings for you. We're doing a Leo. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. They're actually very focused on practical stuff right now, like money, car, home, a move, whatever the case may be. But you can expect, I'm going to predict that the communication may be very stagnant or not at all, but there's going to be more communication toward the end of the month, all right? Or be communication, period. If you're dealing with a Virgo, they will reach out. If there was a Virgo that would cheat on you or would play the field, now they want you all of a sudden. Or vice versa, cross-watching Virgo dealing with a Gemini, that could apply to you vice versa. If you're dealing with a Libra, you may need to focus on somebody else. You just haven't met the one for you yet. That Libra may not be for you. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, you could end up, this could lead to marriage, but somebody needs to stop being a dickhead or a twat. Somebody's a cheat. This actually could lead to marriage or commitment between you two, but somebody's got to stop their cheater ways before that works out. You can't commit to an idiot or a pimp. We're dealing with a Sagittarius. I'll go to Cancer in a second. There could be calls and messages, but if you did too much in the past and didn't get nothing back, you need to let them do some work or vice versa. What about Cancers? I'll do Capricorn next. There's a reunion coming with a Cancer that you lack trust with, but there's a reunion coming nonetheless. What about Capricorn? They miss you a lot. They want to express their love. If you're doing an Aquarius, either they've been afraid to show you interest or you've been afraid to show them, but there's interest. Somebody also may already be involved as well. But it won't lead to anything with the Pisces, specifically the one that's right around you or the one you've been dealing with, all right? Okay. So with that being said, sorry it was so scattered, y'all. I'll try my best in this one. But y'all have a good one. I'll do Taurus after, probably not right after. I need a break, all right? But I'll do Taurus. I just promised Gemini theirs first, and I didn't. And I got to stick with my promise. All right, so bye, y'all.